Hello, folks. How are y'all doing tonight? It's a Babylon 5 Sunday, and I'm just finishing up a poll for our chat because it's appropriate tonight to be trying to discover once and for all what term is more proper for the thing you walk into that brings you up or brings you down. Is it more properly called an elevator or a lift? So I think this might go down country lines here. And so we'll see what happens, though. But anyway, welcome to it. Tonight we're doing Babylon 5 Convictions. This is season 3, episode 2. And it's got some great, memorable moments. I mean, this whole season does, but this one especially. So, without further ado, I'm going to get our panel here together. My good lady wife, Liza Sahido, is here from the Psyche Electroacoustic Opera Company. Here you are.
Hello.
Hello. I was just wondering what was that? I just thought about it. What was that in your intro, that fluttering sound, the back that's going?
That was you farting
Yeah.
on a Moog Werkstatt. Yeah. It was awesome.
I think it was an M32 actually. But in any
Was it?
case,
Oh.
I got to refresh this browser because the chat is not showing up for me. I like to see the
Really?
chat. Yeah, the chat as we go in the episode because I put up the poll. I want to make sure it succeeded.
Well,
Did we
everyone
get our
votes
poll up?
purple. Yeah.
Did we get our poll?
Yeah.
It's there?
But
Okay.
for some reason I voted and it says lift 0%, elevator 0%, no votes. When I voted, and I know that other people in the chat voted, so I'm not sure what's going
We
on.
may have to put it up again. Yeah, the screen went funny after I put it up. That's why I was trying to work this out. I mean, folks, streaming ain't easy, man. And now I click on it, and I'm seeing this is bizarre. I don't see anything about a poll. Goal
Can you
amount?
remake
It's
it?
about goals or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah, I have a goal there. I don't have a poll there. Does anyone see a poll at all? I don't.
I mean, I see the poll and I voted and it says 0 votes and it's showing me the results of lift and elevator both as 0% when I know other people
It's
voted.
not letting me make a poll because I guess it thinks one's there, but it's not.
Ardent Party says the poll is broken.
How do you get rid of a broken poll? Because it's not letting me make a new one. I have to end it. And I can't see it to end it.
Oh, let me see. Can I do it because I'm a mod?
Well, no,
No.
no. The poll's not in StreamYard. It's on the chat.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
In YouTube.
I don't know.
Welcome to Earworms, where we figure out how to use YouTube.
No, YouTube is no. We know how to use YouTube. YouTube just can't figure itself out. This is definitely a glitch because people are telling me they voted and it says 0 votes, and both options are still at 0%. So
yeah, and I don't
happened
even
to me,
see it.
too.
I'm the one who made it. I'm the one that could delete it and make it again, but it's not here. We're stuck. Well, I'm going to figure that out later. I think I need more people to help absorb the trauma. Here we go. We got this guy. How about him? Mike Mountain Hot Gorley will be joining us for as long as he can tonight. He had difficulty sleeping last night, and he has to get up soon for work. So,
yeah, yay.
Yeah.
But it looks
So,
like your question is kind of a regional one, according to Google anyway.
oh, you had to Google it?
Well, I did, and said it's kind of elevators more American Canadian, and when you get British, Australian, other
Oh, the
parts, it's a lift.
oh
I
the
think when I think
Aussies
of a
say
lift,
lift. Eh?
think of I think more of like at work, something
Like a
that takes.
forklift, yeah.
Well, no, a lift that you would put materials on to get them up to another floor.
Oh, I
Hmm.
It's
see.
but we still call it an elevator.
Aren't those all called dinghies or something? I don't know.
Well,
Something
that
like
sounds Aussie to me there, but
Well,
well,
lift makes sense to me, but what
or a
doesn't
lift
make
like
sense,
the
yeah.
guy that does my tattoos is in an old building down in Dayton, and it's one of those that has like the gate across. You got to pull the gates across, and it lifts you up, so it's kind of not like an elevator.
well, I think I know what this gentleman's vote will be.
It'll rain tonight, I reckon.
The master of the slow motion arrow,
Sir Colin.
Sir Colin of Glastonbury.
Yes.
It's a very simple answer.
Uh-oh.
And it depends on, no, it says a lot. I think it's actually, it says something about the different national attitudes, similar to what humor does. A lift lifts you up, but it also lifts you back down again. An elevator only goes up. So if you use elevator, you're only interested in going up. You're not interested in going back down again. But a lift goes both ways.
Well, I don't know, because to me the term lift does mean up. Like you lift up. You don't really lift down, or I guess maybe in the UK you can lift down, but we don't say that here.
What do you do? What do you, if you pick something up on a shelf and bring it down? Do you not lift it down? Genuine question. Would you not? You wouldn't say that. Okay.
No, well, it's just not said here. I mean, when you say pick it off the shelf or take it off the shelf.
Okay.
Colin, Gavin is telling you to take your leeches elsewhere.
Well, I can't do anything about this poll.
Gavin's telling us to tail our leeches elsewhere, actually.
Now, does anyone get a poll result? Because this may be our only poll tonight. I already refreshed the browser window, but I can't do anything more than that. Start a poll is grayed out in the menu to make one, and I can't see the one that I made to do anything about it.
Oh,
There's
by
just
the way,
this
Swappers
message
is in
that
the
says
chat.
learn more, and I'm not reading YouTube docs. Yeah, go
We
ahead.
have an announcement.
Uh-oh.
Swappers is in the chat, so...
Oh, we do have an announcement because I do have a graphic that I requested. Let's grab this image file. And folks, we have next week, there is going to be a special event. You know, on television when it's like, this week's regular broadcast is going to be, I don't know, I forget the wording they use, but preempted by the following special. And it might be like Charlie Brown if you're lucky. But in this case, you're lucky when it's Praxium of the Pathfinders. Next week, we're going to be doing chapter 13, which is out now. Swappers released it today.
Yes.
It was too close to stream time for me to, do anything decent with it. So this whole week, we're going to be making cool slides, and we're going to be coming up with fun events for you and the children. And, I think we might have clown painting and bobbing for apples. I don't know. It's going to be a real event next week. Go on, Colin.
I have literally, Swappers just finished downloading chapter 13 to listen to.
Download. Make sure to give him the play.
Yeah, but the problem is then I have to be online to do it. I have to be somewhere when I'm online.
Oh, okay. I am putting the link because the link is there, but and I'm in the description, but I know people like it in the browser too. But that will be afterwards. Check out chapter 13 there in practicing of the Pathfinders.
Right after the stream, that's the first thing we're doing.
Yep.
I'm going to make some tea.
I did
We're
play a
gonna
bit
listen to
today, but I'm going to
Praxian.
hear it again. I want to hear it again when I can really
We could
focus.
hear the last episode and this one back to back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you can see, Swappers, I'm keeping the name that you came up with for our band, at least until next week.
Okay. We're a
Alrighty.
band. We're a band.
We're a band.
We are a
Partly 'cause-
band.
Partly because that's the only way I can remember what it was.
Did he come up with the name?
Yes, he
Yeah,
did.
he came up. He did. He went down and he came up with some names in
Well,
chat
I
on-
just... All right.
Scott is here. Hello, Scott.
Hey, Scott.
Scott!
Scott.
Oh, yeah, we
Hey,
need to...
band is
hold on.
complete.
I need to go back here because we got to do our intro stabs for some of our first ones, folks. If you
Yay.
find it in your heart to help support this channel through channel memberships, you do get some fine emojis, shout outs, but you might also get yourself an intro video when we like to welcome you to the chat. It's still summer up there in the great north, so Scott's still fishing.
Oh, hee-haw.
And of course, Flav is still royalty, and he's testing his Praetorian Guard.
What about you? Do you find it visible? When I say the name, Dickus.
You see how Flav treats his
Hello,
subordinates?
hello.
Gosh.
Okay, I'm back. My audio dropped for a little bit there. Did that clip play right?
It did. It
Okay,
did.
good. All right, folks. And we're going to go on here to our stabs. All right, I'm speaking out loud as I arrange things. But tonight, yeah, Babylon 5, the episode is called Convictions. And it's showing you some of the convictions that some might have that aren't necessarily the best. Did Colin get dropped when I switched my content?
Wait, let me check.
I'm looking
No,
at the left. Oh,
Colin-
no, it's the
Colin
chat's
is still
covered him up.
here. Colin is still
The
here.
chat's covered him up. Oh.
Flav has been a member for 8 months, according to you. But
I
we know
think
that
even longer than that.
Even
because there
longer.
was a time where, there was like a payment method change or something like that. When like a card expires, that sort of thing. So that's why we just call him one of the first ones. Who knows? Scott, Flav, they were all there at the beginning. End Stitch.
Flav says, Willis Wadwick. Look how
Wadwick.
Flav teaches.
white.
Look how he treats his subordinates.
No, Wadwick was one of the... No, he was being nice. He was going to release someone. But
Oh.
I think Wadwick wasn't there, and then it fell to Bwyan, and then Bwyan unfortunately got replaced by Eric Idle.
And waste Brian.
Wood off the wed-nosed reindeer.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so tonight there's going to be no moral ambiguities.
No moral ambiguity, no hopeless battle against ancient and overwhelming forces. They were the bad guys, as you say. We were the good guys, and they made a very satisfying thump when they hit the floor.
Oh man, I can't wait till we do that episode. I mean, we got to do it twice because it has to be in our fantasy stream as well. We're
All right,
covering
I
King
think
Arthur.
we could do a Wednesday night
Yeah.
cover of that episode.
Michael
Because
York
I
is
think-
my only King Arthur now.
Because I
period.
think this Halloween we have to do Day of the Dead also. So we have to do
Ooh,
another one that's out of order with the
Yes.
series. Just because Halloween's coming soon.
Ooh, Scott has been a first one for a long time too. He's got a green finger here.
Yeah, I made all the badges for this stuff, but don't ask me which ones are which because there's a lot. There's like, it does all 12 months of the first year and then like up to 10 years. And it's like, I don't, I'm just color coding things and stuff, and so don't ask me. But we appreciate our first ones and anyone in general. So anyway, tonight, let's do our convictions. How about we? This is one where it starts with, I mean, there's so many memorable scenes in this, and this is one of Liza's favorites.
I love this scene.
Ah, yes.
I love this scene. Don't ask me why.
We have two Drazi here on the left, and of course, Mr. Garibaldi and Zack Allen on the right.
I think I can understand your position regarding why you like this scene.
It's just Zack. He seems so bothered. It's like, oh, I don't want to.
No,
share
the
my
acting's
blessing.
great.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
But yeah, on the left there, I don't know the Drazi nearest to us, but the one just behind is that guy again. It's
Green
that guy that
Drazi
played.
leader. Yeah.
I don't know if it was green leader or purple leader. He played one of them. He plays the ambassador. He played the guy that died last week in trying to free Marcus. He's like every Drazi except for the ones that don't talk.
Kim Strauss, I think is the guy's name.
What a workman. Never got a credit in the opening credits, at least.
Oh, shame.
He did get a paycheck.
He's played a few
he
Narn.
did.
He's played a Marcab priest. And, oh, man. But anyway, we do have our video clip right here. That's being called for. So what are they saying? The Drazi are asking, we hear you have a recent visitation they've heard about a few weeks ago. What did they call him? Drushala. Well,
Gavin Unit.
yeah. Garibaldi doesn't quite get that.
You have always been here.
Wrong clip.
Alrighty then.
I mean, yeah, totally wrong clip. Let's get the Drushala clip up. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Here we go.
Drabunka.
Droshala.
Whatever.
Garibaldi, he's so rude.
Drabunka.
He is not impressed.
No.
Well, they say the station's blessed, and he appeared in, what do you call that? In garden. Yes, we hear. So, I guess they'd like to visit the garden. Basically, the whole station is blessed. They do explain that. But Mr. Garibaldi's busy. He's got to head out. And so, good thing that Ivanova's there. You know, she gives them a reason to head out. And then these guys go over to Zack, who's going to check them in. You know, they got passports and stuff to deal with. And then he's like, what are you doing? They're like poking him and stuff like that.
This was a good scene.
Droshala, that's how you spell it. Dros.
I like how he gets rid of them.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like, go to that plant over there. It was in the garden. It was more blessed than me.
Yeah, he does point that out. He's like over there, and we get to see their fine makeup work there.
Yeah.
You missed the line, didn't you?
I didn't get a clip of that line. I just
Oh.
kept the line of because that extends. In order to get that whole thing,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a little too long.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh
it's
no,
too
but
long for
he got the
YouTube. We
good
would
line
get,
in there.
yeah, we would have gotten snagged with playing too much of a clip. But it was a great line, of course. But I have the thing. If anyone wants to reenact it, over there, here he's pointing out the plant. That was closer. That's far more blessed than me. Why don't you go over there and poke that plant a bit while I do your passports? And he's still
Zack,
correcting him.
Zack, would you explain the missionary position for the Droshala?
Oh, yes. That's right. When Garibaldi left, he had to, he told Zack, do you mind explaining the missionary position to these gentlemen? Well, in this case, that double entendre, I remember that was once used in that show a lot of us like, Keeping Up Appearances, where Hyacinth Bouquet was in the back seat of the vicar's car. And she just wanted to make conversation because it was an awkward moment, and she tries to avoid the awkwardness of the moment. And she asked the vicar, "So, vicar, what is the missionary position in China these days?" The vicar just like, he didn't say anything, but I imagine it'd be the same as it is here. Okay.
One would imagine.
So he explains this, that why don't you go poke the plant? And then they do. Oh, man. Those 90s office plants were spectacular.
Yes.
From the Temple of Droshala. Indeed. Okay, so what do we have here? All right. Well, there already is a threat. So someone's making bomb threats. They don't know who. They usually like to remain anonymous, but there's a bomb threat, and Ivanova's delivering the news, the bad news, that, well, it was like a countdown, 4 hours ago, then 3 hours ago, then, so it's getting to the time, and it's saying chaos will be unleashed in this countdown. And so it looks like the countdown's over, because these guys are like doing some stuff in down below, I don't know, organizing a disco or something like that, and then things explode.
Disco.
Discotheque.
Disco duck.
Oh gosh.
Disco duck.
Oh gosh. Aren't we coming up on the Disco Duck anniversary of the great radio
I don't
station
know.
takeover?
I'm not a fan of disco.
Well, now, was it
You know
true?
what disco did for me in the 70s?
What was that?
When I heard disco, I said, there were a lot of other great bands beside the Beatles in the 60s. Maybe I'll go check them out.
There you
And I
go.
Hold on, I'm asking Gemini a question here. Was it true that at one point in the 80s, a radio station in Miami, this is what your dad told us.
Yeah.
Even though we were all alive back then, I wasn't in Miami at the time. You were, but I guess you didn't notice. Where a disgruntled employee locked himself up on the roof with the antenna and played Disco Duck endlessly on loop.
Does Gemini say?
Yes. What does?
What you talk about, Lewis?
This is an old, hold on, we'll see. It's still thinking about it. It says, no, that specific story is an urban legend.
It's not an urban legend if my dad remembers
That
it
blends,
happening.
it blends real life radio stunts and the actual origins of the song, but it didn't happen so as described. Oh, well then how did it?
How did it happen then?
I don't know.
how?
Rick Dees getting fired over the song. That's Memphis, 1976. Memphis, Miami, similar. Rick Dees, a Memphis radio DJ, wrote and recorded Disco Duck. Oh, okay. His station, WMPS, or something like that. Yeah, WMPS. Sounds like wimps. They shouldn't want that. Strictly prohibited him from promoting his own record on air to avoid a conflict of interest. When Dees simply mentioned on air that his song had hit #1 internationally, his station manager fired him on the spot over the over that, basically. Retelling his story led to rumors that he locked himself in the studio to play it. Okay. So,
No,
wow.
that this is not. It doesn't know anything about Miami lore.
The famous Miami radio hijack, 1985. Now, this is how it really happened, according to how AI is rewriting history, I guess. In Miami, around 1985, a DJ named Don Cox at I-95 FM. Well, they're named after a road, I-95 FM, an interstate. That's WMNZ FM. Locked himself inside the broadcast studio and played Glenn Fry's.
Yeah.
He played Glenn Fry's Smuggler Blues on repeat for loops. Okay, so it's not Disco Duck.
It was. If my dad said it was Disco Duck and they were playing it all day, then that's what happened. That this maybe it was so traumatizing that no newspaper covered it, and therefore Gemini has no record of it.
Okay.
I don't
Well,
know.
let's move on here because that has
Well, I
nothing
think
to
she
do
told
with
you, Lawrence.
Yes.
I don't know why I did that. We have tangents. That's what we
You
do.
two need to step out back.
Oh.
Step outside, buddy.
Someone needs to move the slides along. That's what we do here,
That
folks.
would be you.
Babylon 5 is just an excuse to hang out, right? Chronicles
If
is
you're
the name
feeling
of this
upset, just go
episode.
touch some plants.
Yep. Or poke them.
Preferably one that's been touched by
Poke
Brother
the
Shallow.
plants, yes.
Poke,
I'm
poke
not
the plants.
derailing. Ah.
Poke, 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 poke the plants. I derailed it by just looking that up for no good reason in the first place.
Ah, the truth hurts.
We have a guest star here. It sounds rather Irish. Patrick Kilpatrick.
Yes.
He plays the guy that we're going to see coming up here. That's the
Bad
he's
guy.
a disgruntled guy. He's got
Except
issues.
He doesn't kill Patrick, he kills everyone else.
Tries. And then Louis Turenne is Brother Theo, but he was somebody else before.
It was Dral before.
The original drawl.
Yeah.
The drawl of age, shall we say.
Yeah.
Well, what's going on in the background here is they're investigating this explosion. They're just getting word of the bombing now, and they're about to investigate it. But one thing before we got to go, and they seem to be upset. I mean, first with the Drazi Drushala people, and now we have some good old-fashioned, I was about to say American, but we should just say Earth monks. So Earth Alliance monks, they don't say exactly what church or order.
They did, and I looked it up, and I can't remember where it was.
That's another feature here on Earworms. We have memories that are...
If maybe we'll be talking about New Melleray, which is a Cistercian abbey in Ireland, founded in 1849. He said it sounds like he's saying New Mallory, as in the oldest daughter from Family Ties. For some reason, for some reason, that's the first one that comes to mind. He said either that or the guy that claimed Everest.
Not Sir. What's his name? Is it Thomas Mallory?
Yeah, no, not him for some strange reason. But I said there is a new Melleray, Mellleray, which is a Cistercian abbey in Sorry, no, hold on a second. No, it was. Oh, it was just. It was. It's in Iowa. Sorry, my apologies. It was founded by-
Iowa.
but it's in Iowa.
Iowa, not Ireland.
Well, it was founded by Cistercian Abbey by Cistercian monks from Ireland. So I should have read
That
all my
relocated to Iowa, huh?
Yeah, community of Roman Catholic monks, Cistercians founded by in 1849 by monks of our order from Mount Melleray Abbey, Ireland.
And what
So there is-
exactly are Cistercians? I've heard that term a lot throughout my life. I might as well learn what it means now.
I think the Cistercians are the brown robe monks.
Oh,
Oh, the Cistercians are strict. These guys are actually Trappists. These guys in Iowa,
Trappists.
which I think are the ones that, not these guys, because I think, and I apologize if I'm wrong, but I think the Trappists are the ones who don't talk a lot.
oh, they keep their traps shut.
I
Well,
think they're one of the ones that have got.
Well, I've only heard of Benedictine and Jesuit, and the Jesuits are being investigated by swappers as we speak. But
I'm not sure if the Jesuits actually make monks. Have an order of monks. I'm not.
make monks.
Yeah, you know.
They
I'm not,
make little monk figurines.
yeah. No, I'm not sure.
Eraserhead, how you doing? We should be on for tomorrow. Tomorrow we should be doing the Silmarillion. We were planning on doing it last week, but there was an emergency. An earthquake occurred in Colombia, and our resident Tolkien genius, Anna, her sister, is currently in Colombia, and she hadn't heard from her and was trying to reach her, couldn't reach her. She wasn't in a state for streaming, so we postponed it a week, but fortunately her sister is fine. It took a while, but she was able to get a hold of her. She's fine, and the sister was able to rescue her cats. But apparently, there's going to be a lot of things to deal with because, it was a big earthquake, and so we're grateful that she, came out of it all right. But property damage and stuff like that can also be difficult.
I'm wrong. The Cistercians are the white monks, are branched off from the Benedictines.
Huh. I
One
thought
of
they
the
were
really-
seafood.
No, Benedictine's an alcohol, isn't it? And it's a liqueur.
I don't know.
Also known as the Bernardines after St. Bernard or the White Monks. Also, their cowl, as opposed to the black cowl worn by Benedictines.
Yeah, well,
So
hopefully
if these guys are Cistercians, they should be wearing white monks, not black.
But I didn't know that because I thought, well, there's Benedictines and there's Jesuits. Aren't there some other orders,
Yeah, there's Benedictines, there's Benedictine Cistercians.
Well, anyway.
I used to know that. And they've also got a difference between them. Actually, I would have thought they should probably be called friars, not monks, because they're not in a monastery. The friars are the ones that go out into the world.
Oh. Okay, I see. I mean, it's good to know this terminology because I never knew that. And, if I don't learn it now, I never will.
Which is
Friars. I always wonder what that meant. So Friar Tuck, went out in the world. He wasn't there in the monastery.
Yeah, which is why if you watch Brother Cadfael is a monk because he's always in the monastery. He's out and about a little bit, but he's sticks in the monastery.
Well, anyway, I guess this is a friar, Brother Theo, because he's out on Babylon 5, and he and his order of other friars, shall we say, are going to be staying on Babylon 5, and Zack is like, okay, this is all we need right now, because I don't know why. It's like, hey, let yourself be poked by the Drazi. At least this order of Cistercian friars shouldn't be poking you. So,
Yes, they're not pokers.
So anyway, what's going on here? They're investigating. I mean, I don't know about you all, but the A plot, even though it's good, wasn't the exciting thing for me about this episode. It's not as memorable as some of these other moments coming up. But yeah, and basically it just seems like an attack. They're piecing it together, but I don't know at this stage what it is that they learned about it so much other than, it's been announced. But what's his name? Garibaldi does mention that usually in certain instances there's going to be a message delivered. Here there wasn't. Just a countdown, then an explosion, no message yet. So it's like, okay.
Any connection then between Capuchin monks and Capuchin monkeys, the little monkeys?
Cappuccino monkeys.
Well, you got Capuchin monks. Is there any? I'm just wondering if there's any connection between the Capuchin. Is a Capuchin monkey the little? Does it perhaps bear some resemblance in its color to the colors a Capuchin monk was? I don't know.
What is this? Ask Colin. That's what I do. This show is Ask Colin for me in many ways.
I suddenly couldn't have thought Capuchin. But I think there's a connection between Capuchin. The Capuchin monks. Capuchin monkeys, which are little monkey.
Yeah. Well, the chat realized that. Well, it looks like Colin knows some things about monks. Perhaps he knows some things about monkeys.
My first. No, I asked Ardent Party that because.
You're asking. Well, Ardent Party. Oh, I'm sure he.
And I think that cappuccino is named for Capuchin monks.
That's cool.
So I'm just wondering if he's where there's something on the back of my head. But my first reenactment character was a flyer, so.
A friar archer.
Yes.
Ooh, I like the sound of that. Friar archer.
Well, you mentioned Friar Tuck earlier on.
Yeah, that sounds cool. Well, Ivanova also just seems concerned. What do you guys want to be here for? And it's like, yes, my brothers are from... now, my control's covered up. What does it say here, Colin? It says, my brothers are from what?
He says my brothers are from New Mallory back home, so it may be a completely different thing. I'm not sure.
All right, so they could be from Ireland or they could be from Iowa.
Or they might be...
Hold on. Let's see here. I wasted time on the duck thing, the disco duck. Where are monks from New Mallory from? Oh boy. And if it's too convoluted, I'm not going to go into it too much, but it says the name New Mallory is most likely.
Oh, Lisa, you will love this. I've put in Babylon 5 New Mallory. And the first 1, 2, 3, first 3 entries, and then the 5th entry.
Mellery, Mellery.
Yeah, that's what I got. That's what I get. That's what I got when it came up.
Original monasteries in 1849.
Yeah,
the founding of the Trappist. Yeah, the trapeze artists, the Trappists. Sister, it's spelled with a C. Cistercian.
Yeah, Cistercian.
Oh, Cistercian. Okay, there we go. That's cool. And then, okay, yeah, I've just found everything that Colin spent the last 10 minutes telling me. So anyway, we're really moving along here. We've applied, they applied to Earth Dome for basically a new place of residence here, and all the paperwork's done. Everything's cool. All we need is for you to just allow us to live here, Ivanova. And she's having a good hair day. Maybe not this slide in particular, but overall her hair.
She always has a good hair day.
Yeah. It's not as if she's Delenn or anything.
Wait.
That's why Delenn asked her.
Did that episode happen already?
Yes.
Yes,
Oh,
it
we
was
did
one
it
of the
already?
early ones.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
one of the early
Yes,
ones.
Delenn washed her hair in the beginning of season 2.
Other things that she.
That would have been leaving it a while.
That's a good question, Gavin. This is actually related to Roman money. It's a good question.
Oh, well, you can look it up while while I go on the slides here. You want to live here? Yes, I do want to live here. And she's like, she thinks it's weird because most of the people live here, work there. You know, you're either in the
Yeah.
military, or you're working there because you have like some, I don't know who decided, oh, let's move to Babylon 5 and open a restaurant. No, well, some people did. I don't know if it's just people or it might have been just some contract deal through some corporation. And
Probably.
yeah.
Sounds like it's more likely.
Well, back then, it wasn't like one corporation that owned like all the restaurants.
Yeah,
Isn't it
back
like the
then,
same ownership
yeah.
from, what is it?
Taco Bell, Pizza Hut.
Well, I'm talking about even
Eh.
the ones that are above that, like the Outback.
Yeah, those are now.
Isn't that the
yeah.
same as ownership as like Macaroni Grill
Or
all
in
the-
Red Lobster
or
and other
Olive
things.
Garden and all
Yeah.
those things? It's like owned by I don't know, X Corp.
But that wasn't the case back when this episode was produced.
No, things were they were their own thing. Like
I
KFC
mean,
was
Kentucky
KFC,
Fried Chicken
Pizza
wasn't
Hut
Taco
was Pizza
Bell.
Hut. They
Yeah,
weren't the same
yeah,
corporate
they-
ownership.
yeah,
But now they
exactly.
are. Taco
Yeah.
Bell, Pizza Hut, KFC, it's all one. I don't know what it's called.
Conglomerate.
Yeah.
Aren't we supposed to be protected against monopolies? I know Mike was gonna laugh. I knew.
Well, I think I won it. That there's only one game with the name of Monopoly.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Pepsi.
Yeah.
Pepsi got
Oh,
Taco Bell
Pepsi got
years
it.
ago. Pepsi's had them for decades.
Wow.
Yes.
But I thought it was another company name.
Pepsi
But you
Maybe
bought
know
out
what's
Pepsi got
sad?
it or
too,
something.
and Dr. Pepper a lot
What's
of years ago.
What's ultra sad these days is that also mom and pops all use the same supplier and everything tastes the same across
Yeah,
the country,
the,
even if it's a small.
what's it called?
know,
Cisco,
one-off.
SYSCO.
Cisco supplies everyone.
Yes.
Yes, CEO.
It's
been around
it's
for a long
very
time,
very
too.
sad. It's like you can't you visit a place that you've never been before, but the food tastes the same as everywhere else. It's like, oh, it's
Anyone
yeah.
joining us right now be like, the audio is different than the video.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of in line with what's
You
happening in the
gotta
scene.
flow with us, folks. You gotta
I will
just,
say Cisco is not owned by Pepsi. They are a
No, he's owned by the profits.
oh,
what?
he's
Oh.
talking about Benjamin.
I know, I caught it.
Mm.
BlackRock.
Owned.
Yes, BlackRock is one of them.
Well, if you talk about shares, BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street own just about everything that's publicly traded.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
And Geo Capital Management, whoever they are, those are the four that own Cisco, are the primary ones.
And it's largely with people's money that they invest in these investment companies just being appropriated by the companies. And, it's like they use the capital and make the decisions, Oh, well, folks, we're not going to solve everything here.
I didn't know we solved anything.
I don't think we ever have. We've maybe answered our own questions. Like I think tonight we have maybe perhaps, well, I can't be sure. Did we debunk a Howard the Duck myth or maybe not?
I thought we did.
Well, no, Liza.
Someone
No,
did.
we didn't do any myth busting here. I think Gemini just doesn't have the facts.
Oh.
It could have been an isolated thing in Miami that wasn't that big, except for a lot of people in Miami just got annoyed.
Yeah, well, people remember getting annoyed.
Now, your father also had a memory that he told me once, like when he was a kid, he was watching some show that had that clown. What was it?
Oh gosh,
Bozo?
the clown.
Bozo, yeah. And somehow that got yanked off of the air when some kid was disappointed in losing a contest to another kid. Or no, but it was unfair. Like
It was
somehow
unfair that he
it
lost.
was unfair, and the kid was upset, and the clown said, "Oh, I'm sorry, whatever, little boy," but and the
He
kid
gave
said,
him an almost winner prize.
and the kid said, "Cram it, clown," and it's like
They pulled it off. Yeah.
I'm not just wondering. I mean, you can't say "cram it, clown."
Oh, well, this was the 50s.
Yeah, I guess not. I mean,
The 50s.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, some couples couldn't, even married couples couldn't even share the same bed on television. They could do it in real life, but just not on television.
Well, remember, and this was supposed to be a kids show, and probably there were some major rules as to what could be said on a kids show.
That was one of the things I actually quite appreciated about the first few episodes of WandaVision when it was good, when they literally based it on sitcoms and things of the various eras. So you literally went on from I Love Lucy up to Bewitched, up to I Dream of Jeannie, and it got into colour, and then the beds got, and at one point they're in different beds, and then at one point the bed, if I'm right, the bed literally just skits together into one bed. So they're literally riffing off that particular, as you mentioned, the progress that you mentioned. They're literally riffing off.
Well, no, apparently your dad. This isn't an urban legend too.
It's
And
not
it
an
didn't-
urban legend.
It didn't
if he
get the show
remembers it.
canceled. It says it didn't get the show canceled. The tale of a frustrated child telling Bozo the clown to cram it, clown, or cram it. I guess that's the more cram it, clown, on live television is one of the most famous TV myths in American pop culture. What? Is your dad, like, he's saying this stuff from experience, like he's lived this stuff, and Gemini's
Yeah.
saying, wait a minute, that's a common urban legend.
It's
That's all
not
over
an
the
urban
place.
legend. There's a cover-up that's happening here by Google.
To be fair, you can talk to hundreds of thousands of people of my generation who will tell you that the kids' television show Captain Pugwash had characters called Master Bates, Seaman Staines, and the name of the cabin boy was Roger.
Roger with a W.
No, it was Roger the cabin boy. And you need to
Okay.
understand British slang
Roger.
to understand that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I know. Yeah.
No, none of those are true. But everybody believes it. It's somehow made it. It's almost a Mandela effect. Everybody will believe. Everybody believes that these characters exist, and you still get them mentioned.
But the difference here is her father believes he witnessed these things.
He
was
saw
there.
it on television with my aunt, who was a
I mean-
toddler.
Yeah, what I would think may also be happening. What I think may also be happening is
Getting him choked up.
Oh, Alonso.
you quite possibly got Liza's father.
Alonso.
Sacrilege.
I'm trying to give.
Liza, I hate to tell you, we're
I'm
all
sorry, Colin's really trying to say something prophetic here.
I'm out of respect for Liza's dad's taste in headwear. I'm definitely
Headwear.
yes.
Well, Colin attended my live stream on
Oh,
Friday.
okay. So he's seen
Unlike
your
some
father.
people
I'm
Hey, wait a
sorry,
minute.
I was busy working.
What I was going, if my lungs
No.
are what I was going to say was, I can genuinely see you've got a situation where you remember things, you remember these things, and you remember what you perceived at the time, and you were maybe told these things at the time, and what you're seeing, but you're not seeing the whole picture. So you're seeing these things, and you're seeing these, and this show gets taken off the air. You were told this show got taken off the air, but it got taken off for another reason. You know, I mean, it's like anything else. It's a question of what you remember, and did you, you know, you don't necessarily know the whole story of these things.
Well, I've got another question for us here. As Brother Theo, I mean, he and his he calls them monks, but they're spreading out because they believe that, you know, this is all God's creation. Would he just leave these other alien races be, or is he their God as well?
Question
And
covered
that's
several times in science fiction.
and revealing himself in different ways, different places. Yeah, like Kosh.
My gosh.
Kosh is
Gosh, my gosh.
Kosh may be God, and Brother Theo should meet him.
They never. How is it that they have the Vorlon on the station, and these Catholic priests wanting to explore the different names of God aren't curious to ask the Vorlons some questions?
Well, that was off screen. They didn't.
This reminded this episode.
The writers didn't do it. In other words,
I tried to look up, and I couldn't see any connection between this episode, but this particular story beat reminded me of an early short story by Arthur C. Clarke called 9 Billion Names of God. And in that story, a group of Tibetan monks actually are trying to list all the names of God.
right?
And they create a computer to do so, and a computer to make it much faster. And the last line of the story is
42.
no, they succeed. You know, they're warned. You know, it's just a good thing to do, right? You know, supposed to tell them. They noticed that overhead, without any fuss, the stars were going out.
Oh no!
So as soon as you get all 9 billion names of God, God ends the universe. And this particular song reminded me very much of that sort of thing. So to the point that I couldn't see if Straczynski had been inspired by that or not, but it's quite possibly was, because he's admitted to being inspired by any number of other science fiction things. So maybe Theo doesn't necessarily want to find out all those answers.
Well, they've come here to learn, but they're willing to. Liza,
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we had a guest drop in.
the guests drop in.
Yeah, I saw Add to Stage, and I saw Star Wars Retold. It's like, oh, is Swappers here? I'll drop
No,
him
that's
in.
his promo poster.
Oh, okay. There we go. Yes.
Tonight's episode is sponsored by Star Wars Retold
Yes. Thank you, Star Wars Retold.
and Bozo the Clown, who is now redeemed. Well, it wasn't.
Gosh.
Okay, whatever.
And the Disco Duck.
Well, anyway, they're willing to work and stuff, and they're willing to live in down below. They have humble needs, in other words. And she's like, all right. The whole time she doesn't seem all that excited about it, but she's like, okay. I mean, there's nothing that she can say. I mean, with all the aliens that come there, they would basically be able to meet so many different perspectives of God. She should be showing them to the Drazi right now.
Yeah.
Exactly. They need to learn about Droshala.
Mm-hmm. Now, anyway, If there's anything anybody wants to point out,
Well,
I just
eventually she grants, he convinces her that they're not just going to be, burdening the station, that they can offer services that other people find useful, like
Oh yeah.
software programming
Oh
and
yeah, they have programmers there, they have engineers, and she's like, "Well, why are all these people doing this instead of working?" He's like, "Well, they all believe too." And I
Yeah.
guess, yeah, if you do feel a connection with this is what I should do to be closer to the Almighty, the Infinite, obviously that takes precedence over just, a job. So,
exactly. And so she finally, gives in and allows them to stay on the station.
I do like it the way that you said, the way that he puts it.
a
They
clock
also
at the table.
believe. I like the way he actually says that.
Yeah, he
Especially
says,
after what
they also
they also
believe.
Yeah. In other words, it's fantastic.
Well,
character.
she is a person of faith too. She's
Yeah.
Jewish.
Yeah.
It may be a different faith, but it's like she should. Well, no, I mean it's she's doing what the script's telling her to do, but
Yeah.
But even if you are a person of faith, sometimes when other people of faith do some things with such conviction, it can, even for some other believers, still be like, what? Because they're in different paths.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely.
All right. I thought it was a great conversation, but since I don't think we're up to reenacting it, I just put it by at a leisurely pace for people to see and comment on, and of course, research Monks, Howard the Duck, and Bosa the Clown. Now, here we go, Liza. This is something you pointed out to me. Let's see if this is an urban legend or not. The gentleman on the right, is he a gentleman that played in Mortal Kombat?
Yes.
Anyone out there?
He
Because I
absolutely
never
He-
saw Mortal Kombat, so I have to ask.
He did. He was the bad guy, and he played like a mafioso bad guy in other movies in the late
I
90s.
think I remember him also from another sci-fi series, like a short-lived sci-fi series about space rangers or something that he was in.
But he wasn't in the opening credits, and it's not that I'm doubting you,
See,
Liza. I'm just-
Art and Party confirmed it. Yeah,
Okay.
Shang
Well, why didn't he
Tsung.
get an opening credit, or was that afterwards?
He's a guest star, that's why. I can't remember if he did or not.
Yes.
No, I did the opening credits. There were only two.
Okay. Okay.
Brother Theo's actor and the guy that plays the madman that we'll see later, who only got like about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But what a 5 minutes! The guy is unhinged.
Kari Hiroyuki Tagawa.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. He passed away last year. Oh. That's so sad, Art and Party.
Oh yes, I've just pulled up myself. Yeah.
Well, in this episode, basically, he's there as one of Garibaldi's men, and they're just looking for evidence and everything and trying to predict what's coming next. And it's like, well, it looks like every hour you're going to get something. But yeah, the A plot, I didn't remember the details from each scene because I don't know. Because there's so many in-between scenes that are just so much more fun. I don't know. The crime investigation thing is not as interesting as this. Like this guy. Look at this guy. Mr. Disco Chest Hair Amulet Man. Go on,
last week,
Colin.
didn't we? That's what we said last week, that the A plot for this, in many places, is by far the least interesting. Not that it's a bad story, but there's so many little side.
Well, it's like CSI or something. Yeah, and here it's...
I'm just waiting to get to the elevator scene because that's brilliant.
It's coming. Well, we need... unfortunately, Lennier has to have some problems first. First of all, least of his problems is this guy, actually.
Because there's two bits in it. There's the I forgot no both in the same one as the elevator scene, and there's Lennier and the Centauri joke. It's in the same episode.
It's all in this one, yeah.
Yeah.
In this one, yeah, it's all in this one. Yeah.
Well, and this guy's, I mean, he's a nice guy. He's just a little bit overbearing. He's saying, hey, look, I got hair, you got a bone. But, we're all right because, he doesn't have anything against the Minbari or whatever. But Lennier's just annoyed with him, and he's like telling him, well, I'm heading back home. I got a disease. It's terminal, and it's contagious through touch. And this guy all of a sudden becomes a little less friendly.
And the guy leaning on him just backs off too.
Yeah, the guy leaning on him just kind of like, yeah.
Interestingly, of course, did you clip the bit where it said what he's got?
I put it here in the subtitle.
Exactly where it said Netter's syndrome, named after.
Oh, Douglas Netter.
Yeah,
he's one of the first names you see at the end of the beginning of the closing credits. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on, Colin.
No, I said it was literally named for Douglas Netter.
That's good. Oh, poor guy. Have a disease named after you. Well, he's involved in the show, so But in any case, this is where he also says, I will do extra penance for this.
Mm.
Oh, and then here we are, basically. Is this where Delenne's arriving and Lennier goes to meet her? Yep. And there is also Londo Mollari in the way, but no, this is an explosion, and that's just some generic Babylon 5 guy that gets cooked. And there they are. This looks almost like the final scene from Rogue One. Lennier and Delenne. But no, the fire doesn't reach him. But no, it reaches Lennier because he pushes Mollari forward out of the way, and he gets stuck in the blast. And there's Franklin taking Lennier on a stretcher into sickbay, and that's where everything's hectic. And Mollari shows a bit of, I mean, of course, it is expected that one's going to show some compassion after someone saves your life, but Mollari's been so troubled and has been doing some things that are very not so compassionate for the past few years on the show, so it is a moment where we get to see he does have some good nature there somewhere. All right, and I like this. One thing about this season, and I got this mostly without the subtitles because we're just going to say, all right, they're talking about the bomb threat stuff again and taking it more and more seriously now that there's been 2 explosions. But I got this one because of the shot. Wow. Because I thought, compared to seasons 1 and 2, especially season 1, they're doing a lot more interesting camera work. Because here in this, they would change focus between the 2 characters from this angle. And you would get, Ivanova clear and Sheridan distant, and then vice versa, like here, where we see her blurred and him focused when he's speaking. And up close and personal with Mr. Garibaldi and Mortal Kombat Man. And then we have some of Franklin's staff there. I don't know who the guy is to the left, to Franklin's left. That's just some guy.
I was just looking that up. The show that I was thinking of, Space Ranger, very short-lived one, unfortunately. Had a couple of other interesting names in it that we might recognise from Babylon 5. Marjorie Monaghan, who was number 1 in the Martian Resistance.
Yeah, she was in DS9.
Yep. and
One episode.
some woman called Christian. Name sounds mildly
Claudia Christian.
Yeah, name sounds mildly familiar for some reason. I'm not sure why. But yeah, she guested in this one as well. She's in 1993, so it's actually about the same sort.
Well, hold on. No, rewind. Who guessed it in this?
This series Space Rangers in 1993. It's a short, it's about 6 minutes. But that's
Oh,
where I
okay.
recognise. That's where I recognise Carrie Marishi from.
Okay.
Remember, and Marjorie Monaghan was in it as well. Was a regular cast member.
Yeah, but she's number 1 coming up in season.
And Claudia
4.
Christian was guested in an episode of it. So,
Oh wow!
And this was 93 to 4, so it was the same time as Babylon 5 was just starting up.
Ah, cool.
So yeah,
People working hard. Well, they decide we need to move people along, not have people congregate, and we got to get people out of certain areas, all sorts of stuff. But this is all being seen. Their reaction is being seen by the madman who stands there like that. Would those qualify as John Lennon glasses? No, probably because they're not shaded, but circular glasses. Well, Lennier is in the med lab, and Delenn is there with Franklin. Another series of good shots. I like their circular portal there. And all this med lab equipment is starting to look a little more profound, shall we say. Although, who came up? I'm wondering, is this something they borrowed from Star Trek? Because I think Star Trek used this type of overbed scanning mechanism that looks like that thing a little first. Because I think that goes back to TNG, that sort of thing. Not that it's a problem, man, just pointing stuff out. Well, Jakar wants to blame these bombings on the Centauri because it's just the kind of thing they would do. But Garibaldi's like, no, it makes no sense. It's just random attacks. And Jakar mentions the attempt on Sheridan's life, and Garibaldi says that was isolated. You know, that was someone going after assassinating Sheridan. This is all random and stuff. And 2 Centauri died in this, but Jakar says, hey, look, they're willing to sacrifice their own people, you see. It's like, But he's not the only one, because we basically have the same thing happening in reverse. Where Mollari is also trying to say that the Narn are doing it. It's Narn terrorism.
Well, I
Because
think
now
the
that you guys...
Narn, I think I would take the Narns more seriously than Mollari here, because the Centauri have proven themselves to be bombers in the past, haven't they? With that Droshala and Kosh flying scene, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that was more of an assassination attempt, not just a random thing. But here, the Narn, if the Narn would be doing it, it would be something more targeted at either the Centauri or the Earth Alliance, because now the Earth Alliance does have the non-aggression pact with them.
That's true.
But this is a little bit more randomized.
Yeah.
The Romulans did it.
Romulans? What have the Romulans ever done for us? What is it?
What is Romulus?
The Romulans.
Speaking of Romulans, we got the Emperor in the chat.
Emperor Goodwin of Romulus.
Yes.
Oh,
He
wait
might
a
as
minute.
well be a Romulan.
Well, he was here on the first Earworms and was with us for like 6 months. Really helped us get started. So we do need to show a little appreciation to our Emperor Goodwin.
What are we here? A little boy.
Wait, that's the wrong clip.
I was playing the shorter one of the two. But you know that Goodwin has said that to Tom Cruise at least once before.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, anyway, what do we have going on here? Yeah, see, he's running that line that because now the Earth is aligned with us, they're going to do this. This is the sort of thing they do. Now you see a look of disgust on Ivanova's face and eventually Sheridan's face too. And Sheridan does remark it's a shame that with such tragic incidents that somebody he didn't say. I mean, it was obvious he's talking about Mollari, but he says it in a way where it's not an outright accusation, but that it's a shame that someone would use such an event for their political benefit.
Yep. Ivanova's face of disapproval.
Still having a good hair day,
She always has a good hair day.
and so is Mollari.
Yeah. If you call that a good hair day.
Well, it's certainly not laying down on the job.
Mike, are you suggesting that Emperor Goodwin would attend the House of the Rising Sun?
The House of the Rising Sun.
You said the enemy.
What's going on now?
I don't know.
Well, now we're into Pink Floyd.
I'm just releasing chats, folks.
Oh, yeah. Well, just like here, the chat has its tangents.
He's on the wing.
It takes just 15 minutes for our Yorkshire puds to puff themselves up and turn a delicious golden brown.
Anybody hungry?
Hey, I'm going to cover that song on CBG at some point.
Mr. Brown is golden brown, just like a Yorkshire pud.
Ooh.
I got to try that again.
Golden brown kisses
I
like
want to
sun.
make them poofy like that.
Wait for it.
Yeah, a lot of more interesting camera work in this, just the get them through the circular window, dude.
I know what I couldn't remember. There's a rather serious reason why Lennier was injured for this.
Well, there was an explosion.
No. Bill Mooney's father had passed away.
Oh.
And so they had a story where he wasn't in this. Most of this isn't Bill Mooney. This is just a body cast of Bill Mooney because Bill Mooney was dealing with it with his father's passing over that.
Oh, no.
So
Good night, Flav.
Well, night, Flav.
Night, Flav.
Good night, Flav.
So yeah, so basically it's not Bill Mooney under that. It's that they're acting to a body cast.
So yeah, Bill Mooney, they had a body cast made of him.
Yeah.
Well,
Or at least a face mask, I suppose. But yeah.
That's true. That's all. Yeah, you don't need to be detail accurate of his whole body.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, that was the face they used on IMDb. So.
Well, Mollari feels bad because Lennier basically saved his life and took the brunt of the explosion in his place. And so he's asking about how things are, how he is and all that, and decides, wow, Lennier's a special sort of guy. And I think he's decided to stay there and talk with him a bit. Although the lady here is like saying, just make sure you don't touch the equipment, Yeah, she was a little grumpy. Grumpy lady.
Grumpy lady.
But yeah, he's talking to Lennier, and of course it's a one-sided conversation. But it's later that we get to the joke, which is the greatest part. Although this is good here. These are good lines, good acting, and everything. Totally believable. And here he's just feeling awkward about it, so it just gets a little weird. If I were you and you were me and you were in my position, I'm not in your position. He's just going all around it because he feels weird about talking to someone who can't talk back.
I do wonder if it made it easier or harder for Peter Jurassic to do that, knowing that he wasn't talking to a real person.
Well, maybe that's why he felt so awkward.
Yeah, no, I'm just wondering if the fact that he knows he's not actually talking to Bill Mumy, but it's supposed to be an unconscious, comatose body anyway, so I wouldn't expect you to find something
Right. No, I'm pretty sure Peter Jurassic was... I mean, you can't feed off of the other actor's energy anyway. There's no,
I mean, Peter Jurassic is a superb actor, so I'm not sure.
I mean, basically, it's just like doing the shot instead of an actor having to pretend to be comatose. You just don't have the actor actually there. Now, as long as the casting looks good, you're probably fine because everything else is the same. You still have the crew on the set.
Yeah,
and everything.
true. Yeah, true.
Everything else is the same. It's not like acting in front of a green screen, At least the mood is set and everything. Okay, so here he's just basically saying a bunch of things that just show the awkwardness of the moment. Then he goes over and puts his hand over his head and everything and tries to see if he stimulates it. Is this where the joke? Yeah, I think the joke does come here.
Yeah.
He's about to say the joke. I probably shouldn't repeat it, but oh well. I think I have the clip. That's good because otherwise it would not be as pleasurable. I could have Colin tell the joke, but
let's hear Londo do it. Let's go.
How many centari does it take to screw in a light bulb? Just one. But in the great old days of the Republic, hundreds of servants would change 1,000 light bulbs at our slightest whim.
A bit of self-deprecating humor there. And so that looks like a real.
It looks pretty good for being a.
I'm going to ask Gemini and see if Colin's giving us an urban legend here.
Well, I said,
Are you suggesting that
what it
Colin's
says,
giving
what it
us
said.
urban legends? Gosh. Colin, did you hear what he said about you?
Don't blame me. Blame IMDb. I did. Don't blame me. Blame IMDb.
No, I mean if IMDb says it must be true. No, it could certainly be
Emperor Goodwin says
Good
Lawrence
job.
has a long and storied history of success with AI. Yes. Yes. We shall never forget that.
Gemini is made by Google, not Brave. I do ask Brave Leo some things now and then in the troubleshooting department, and oh my god.
But our issue was with stable diffusion.
Oh, that, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who made that. Yeah, Colin's upgraded me to this perchance site, but you notice we don't show it anymore because I guess it's gotten better. Although I do use it for my Tolkien slides. Tolkien, the Silmarillion, tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern.
Nice. Yeah.
Cool.
9 p.m. UK. What do you guys call it? You're still in British Daylight Time, right?
Yeah, sort of BST. British summertime.
Summertime. In the United Kingdom. Okay, so what's going on here?
Alrighty then.
I like this, man. The sets here are cool. It's looking a bit cluttered, but I like that, It's a busy med lab facility.
If you think about it, It's a large-scale med lab, but it's in the confines of a space station.
Mm-hmm.
The space station may be 5 miles long, but it's still a relatively confined space for what it's doing.
Well, the last episode, they did mention that it was just a sideline there to Dr. Franklin. It's like, do you like your new digs? And he's like, yeah. But so they did announce this is a new med lab, by the way. So a new arrangement of the scenery, basically. So here for season 3, we have a new med lab. And there we are. Yeah, we're talking about the A plot again, which is, I don't know where they are at this point. They're still sleuthing away, and we get good, crisp pictures of the back of Garibaldi's head. Or it interchanges. This is why I got this. For no reason, not that the conversation, I mean, of course, it's important stuff in this investigation, which I hardly remember at all. But we do get the focus change. Look at that. Blair, I mean, the guy on the monitor is in focus. Garibaldi back of the head. Then Garibaldi's in focus as he's like, what? Huh? He's receiving some information that's hard to believe, and then put the guy back in focus again. I like that. It's the little things. It's the little things.
It works.
Yeah. Yeah. And in this episode, it seems like they were going for more close-ups on the characters. Well, it helps show their stress at the moment even better. But yeah, they're trying to... I really don't remember where they are at the investigation. I'm sorry, folks.
Yes, I think he's saying that they've... is that where they've identified what the explosive is? But I'm not sure if that's what they said.
Yeah, the type of explosive, that sort of stuff. Yeah, forensic analysis sort of stuff.
Something about molecular signature.
Oh, Proxima 3, I think.
Yeah, no, I that sounded vague. I didn't think to look it up, but it sounded vaguely familiar as if they actually do something like that in real life to try to tell where a particular explosion has come from. Unless I'm just remembering this episode where they specifically say they've got molecular signature, so you can always tell where a particular batch of explosives came from.
Well, yeah, no, you can look, I think, at trace residues and stuff, find molecular signatures to find out what do you call that? The explosive, the catalyst was, or something like that.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, in this case, I think this is where they said it's associated with Proxima 3, which is part of the Earth Alliance, one of the colonies. But it helps them with a location to see, like, what people traveled through there that came to this station. And those would be the people to look at first. And great panels there in the background, man. It almost looks like a chaos pad there in the back. But anyway, that's our first set of slides. So let's bring up the second one. How's everybody doing this evening? No response. Okay, back to this. We have our monks.
You've got this bit where are these in order? Because there's a bit before this where I'm not sure. No, it's just that what causes this. It's a bit before this where Garibaldi, I think, says
that was their last conversation. Yeah, that's the thing. Sometimes I don't include the subtitles, and I think I'll remember what happened here, and I didn't. So yeah, I got that picture of Ivanova going like this when she was doing this. Remember the last set of slides? That's when she was thinking of these guys, because the main problem is, Garibaldi was saying, we need to look at these crime scenes and see if we see people around, because that's an indication of who might be interested in doing this, because they basically psychologically profiled this to someone who has a problem where they're trying to make some sort of a statement that's more personal. It's not a political thing or anything like that. This is more of like a personalized thing, not meaning in the victims, but this is a troubled individual. rather than someone making a group statement. And so she's like, well, I have some people that could look through some security cam footage. And it's these guys that take, space Bibles and illuminate them, and copy them by hand. They'd be good at watching these video cameras.
I said that. I wonder if they could, maybe Jakar should actually pay them to copy in number of copies of the Book of Jaquan. He'd be great at that.
Or his book when he releases it in season 5.
Yeah. Book of Jakar.
Hand publish. You could charge more for that. Well, not if you're not paying your monks, Well, anyway, she comes in and she explains the deal, and he's like, is that all? Like, we do that for breakfast. No problem. And she's like, I know it's hard and all that. It's supposed to be really, an impressive, challenging, difficult thing. And Brother Theo's like, that's easy. Until you forget what your favorite color is at the Bridge of Death. Garibaldi King thinks she's crazy, but we'll see. She's like, well, thank you. And as they say that, Brother Theo says, shh.
The barbarian.
They're like, what? You just shush us. All right. So it's nice that there's the monk data center going on there. All right. So what's happening now? Well, Jakar in an elevator. Yeah. Sorry, folks. We had a poll earlier. Did anybody see any results of the poll? Like, does it show up for anyone?
Hold on, let me pull it up.
Yeah, I tried to execute a poll here on YouTube, but it somehow got discombobulated. And Liza tried to vote in it, and she did, but she saw 0 results. And so
it totally glitched out.
But according to our chat says it ain't working right.
Yeah. Just pulled it up.
It's not working right, but I can't do anything about it because it's grayed out on my end. I think it's just the chat goes with the stream. So if the chat function for making a poll is broken, I can't do any more polls this stream. But I have a feeling that, all the Brits would say lift, Americans would say elevator, and we don't have any Australians that we know of.
I was going to say,
Nate, thanks for swinging by.
The correct answer is option 3, travel tube.
They say travel tube. I think I called it a turbo lift. Is that Star Trek?
Yeah, turbo lift. I think it's Star Trek.
All right. Well, I screwed up there.
Turbo lift, travel tube.
Travel tube. The groove tube.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, this is not a groovy situation. Londo sees a lift, and the only person in it is Jakar. Jakar looks noticeably...
The scene.
Yeah, the heart of the scene is coming up, but right now, this is
This is hard here, man.
Yeah, Londo looks like he doesn't know what to do. I'm going to look for the next one. And Jakar's like, yeah, you do that. But there's an explosion coming down the hallway. And Londo has no choice but to jump into the elevator to get out of its way. It looked like a raging poltergeist, in fact. So he jumps in the elevator and, or lift, whatever you want to call it. And it's all shaken up. Mollari's on the ground.
I would say, Arden, is it any relation to a great glass elevator?
A dumbwaiter. Those are things that are small, though,
No.
right?
Is it any relation to a great glass elevator?
Oh, the great glass elevator.
Yeah, there's a reason. I think I got that title right.
I think so. I know it has something to do with that chocolate factory and a guy named Charlie.
Charlie.
And then there's a Willy Wonka involved in that too. But I never really got into that stuff, so I don't know the story at all, really. But yeah, there was
I didn't know they could do that one. Wow.
But look at this. Jakar is still awake. And so it fades away. And we get another scene. This is outside. This is where, like, they can't get to the elevator. Basically, they're stuck. It won't move. Well, we'll find that out in a minute because Mollari comes to. And he starts looking around. Jakar's not much help. He's just sitting there. He's like, green 2. Green 2. No response. And my controls are right on top of the subtitles. Anybody want to say anything? I don't think I need to.
Is there anyone out there? Can anyone hear me?
Is there anyone home? But Jakar, I mean, it's great in the scene because Andreas Katsoulis is just there like, I can hear you.
Yes, he's laughing and giggling throughout this thing.
Yeah.
And Mollari's like going, so are you mad? You know, if we do not get out of here, we are going to die. And he goes, oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It would appear that we are on our own.
Yep. Shakes his head. Yep. I don't know how long I've been unconscious. And then Jakar says about 2 standard hours. 2 hours. And you have done nothing? No?
Nope.
I would point out to you that this door is extremely hot. Jakar's like, oh, so?
Yeah, he's just shaking his head.
There is a very good chance that there's a fire out there. And Jakar's like, and even if the fire doesn't get in here, the smoke, will, make it impossible to breathe. And Jakar's like, yeah, acknowledged. And that we will both die in here. And then Jakar's like, oh, yeah. Yes.
Most of this, he doesn't say anything. He's just like nodding his head.
Nodding his head and kind of giggling. With enough effort, we can probably force our way through the ceiling. Jakar immediately says, no. What do you mean, no? Nodding and giggling. Yeah. There's no telling when help will come. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Unless we get ourselves out of here on our own, we will probably die in here. And Jakar's like, yeah. So we must work together. And Jakar's like, nope. No, why not?
I do like it that, again, the expression on Mollari's face there, Peter Jurassic's acting, he's just realised that, hold on a second, wait. He's just realised that Jakar's actually prepared to die just to make sure that he doesn't get rescued as well either.
He's like, what do you mean, no? And Jakar's like, no. And he starts laughing.
Yeah. You want to live as much as I. Oh, yes, but I would much rather see you dead. He thinks this is hilarious.
You've got to go and get over, mate. See you.
Oh, farewell, Gab.
No, Mike, not Gab, Mike.
Oh, Mike. Oh,
Mike.
yes, Mike.
Mike.
I've bid adieu.
Mike has to.
Yeah.
Tooraloo.
Hey, I made it, man.
Yeah.
I made it this far.
You made it to the to
made it
this
through the
most
wilderness.
genius scene. Yes.
Oh yeah, this was great. I enjoyed this episode. It was quite good.
Yeah,
And
I'm
they-
putting in
Agreed.
Mike's link here because those of you that need some sleeping music tonight, he's got a relaxing playlist there.
Yeah, it
Although
works
he,
for everybody but me.
yeah,
Just kidding.
I know
I'm
how
just
that is.
kidding.
So, well, no, I have music for relaxation, meditation, and sleep, and it works for others,
I've
but not
listened to
for
some of
me.
your music. Yes.
Oh, it works for others and not for me.
I'm just glad I got to be around when the Emperor was here.
So I
That's
just thought-
all.
There we go.
Yeah,
But
he's
good
always
night,
good.
everybody. Scott, Emperor.
Good night, Mike.
Party, everybody.
Everybody.
Everybody. Okay, so what is he saying here? I see. Well, here I am. And I can't see the second
And he
line.
says,
'cause it's
kill me, basically. And Jakar's like, oh, but you forget. You forget the terms of our surrender. The penalty for the killing of a Centauri by any Narn will be the death of 500 Narns, including the perpetrator's own family. And at this point, he's yelling at Mollari.
Yeah.
And of course, it's like,
Oh,
but I don't have to kill you. I don't have to do anything. And I still get to watch you die. So that's why he's laughing. I find this most appealing. It's your own doing, Mollari. Your
sorry,
own
folks. I
doing.
would have clipped out the scene, but it's like you need more than just little bits, and it's too long.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, but it's amazing. Yeah, Liza, I can't. It's right under my controls.
It says, this is insane. We must work together. No, as the humans say.
Oh, I got this clip.
Up yours, die.
Believe it. Ow! You are mad, do you know that?
It's
There's a taste,
awesome.
folks.
Oh my
Mollari
God.
there actually just showed something that I learned a very long time ago that firemen also do. They never touch a hand. They never touch. You see a fireman will never touch a door like that with the palm of their hand.
Hmm.
They'll touch it with the back of their hand. Same reason I still to this day, 40 years later, I very rarely touch something metal with the palm of my hand. I touch it with the back of my hand.
Oh.
Because I was in my time I was in the Royal Signals, the Army Communicators, and we were taught that because we had electric generators and the rest of it, if you touch something, and if you get an electric shock, a shock will make your muscles contract. So if you put your hand on, say, a handle, and it's live, your hand will contract and you'll grip it. And you won't be able to let it go. If you touch it with the back of your hand, a contraction will close down and pull you away from it. And it's the same thing that fireman does. They touch it with the back of their hand. Your automatic reaction is going to be to pull away, and because your hand is you've got the back of your hand to it, your natural reaction is going to be much easier to close that, pull the arm away that way than trying to pull the other way. So what he's done there is you saw he did that, and he automatically pulled away.
Oh yeah.
You see when he
Or
does
you
that.
could spit on it and see his steam rises off.
Oh, but what I'm saying is, it's an interesting. I'm saying reminding me is that
Yeah, I mean, he knows he's in a situation like that, so yeah, you shouldn't really be.
And he'd forgotten, so he went, ow. He'd forgotten that he already felt it was hot, which is good.
Can anyone hear us? That's what Mollari's yelling, and Jakar's like, I hear you. It just
Yeah,
keeps laughing.
exactly in that voice. I hear you.
I'm here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh man, and so it segues away from that, and we're back to our
It's
data
a
center.
funny scene, but it's like creepy at the same time.
Oh,
You put
yeah.
yourself in Mollari's shoes, and can you imagine? There's this. It's like insane. Someone's laughing at you and giggling and using this high voice, and it's like, eh, it's a creepy and funny scene at the same time. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh!
It's a case of it also proves another version of fanaticism because because here, let's be honest, Jakar is being a fanatic.
Is he though?
Yes, because
Is
he?
he?
Yes, because he's fanatically he is fanatically dedicated to. He would prefer to, because he's hatred, he's fanatic. He would prefer Mollari to die than both of them to survive. Whereas you turn, that's again a conviction of the title, similar sort of. But then you look at A23, the bomber. He's a fanatic, but he's a fanatic bomber. He's sort of an externalized his fanaticism, if you like.
Mm.
Both levels of conviction of what we would probably classify as fanaticism. But
And then there's the monks that have their convictions too.
Yeah, they have their convictions. Yeah, exactly.
But if you, Colin, though, if you put yourself in the shoes of Jakar, okay, so someone just, these beings have just taken over your planet, and Mollari was like that, like the president representing those beings.
I'm not saying it's not understandable. It's totally understandable, but I'm saying.
Yeah, I guess it's just the word fanatic. Maybe in this case, you would say it's a radical move, and based on like.
Yeah.
In Jakar's mind, he's allowing justice to happen to Mollari.
But I would I would say, and again, it's personal opinion, but I would say that you would quite possibly, if you describe this, you would quite find a psychologist or whatever the appropriate would classify this as fanatical behavior, not outwardly expressively fanatical. It's not the outward going and shouting for the glory of God, I blow people or whatever, but it's still a type of fanaticism. It's just it's internalized perhaps.
I think it's more of someone wanting to see justice happen.
It's still a bold conviction, and shall we say one that's.
Well, it's like this. Say you and Hitler were locked in this elevator, and you knew that if both of you, like if you both survived, Hitler would also survive and would continue to kill millions of people. Because we're talking about planetary things here.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. I'm not disagreeing so much as just the word fanaticism. I'm just thinking there might be a better one than fanatic.
I think.
But I don't know what it is.
Go ahead, Colin. Sorry.
Yeah, all I was going to say is I agree, and all I would say is I would say that I would think that I'd be really interested to talk to to find out from someone who really understands this sort of psychology, and of course it's alien. But for me, yes, but I'm not. But what I'm saying, I would still say this is fanatical behaviour. Doesn't necessarily mean it's not understandable. It doesn't necessarily mean it's wrong. But it's still that fanatical level of devotion. But that's perhaps best place. Fanatical devotion is perhaps
the thing is, remember that Jakar considers himself to be responsible for the lives of his people. Think of it is like his children. Wouldn't you sacrifice your life for your child? For him, nobody would ever call a mother fanatical for sacrificing her life for a child.
No. Yeah. Okay.
That's where it's like I'm trying to find a different word, but I can't. It's like maybe there's.
But at the same point, and especially if you think of what happens next episode as well, but we already know it's been set up.
Yeah.
Why is Jakar still here? Partly because the other nine have said, what will the Centauri send to replace you? So if Jakar dies here, the Centauri are going to send someone to replace him.
That's
Yeah.
a good point too.
So,
That's
I
a
mean,
good
yeah,
point.
it's not a
It's-
logical decision for his ends. I don't know.
I say it's emotional. I would say the best way is perhaps fanatical devotion, and I don't say that's a bad thing. I think it's an interesting when you sort of drill down into these things. I think it's an interesting comparison.
Yeah, because Mollari is just like a tool of the shadows, and the Centauri, at least even though Jakar doesn't know the full extent
He
of
doesn't know at this
Mollari's
point, yeah.
relationship with
Yeah.
the shadows, he still knows that Mollari is not top dog of the Centauri, so Mollari is replaceable. Him seeing Mollari die would not help his people.
That's true. That is also true. Yeah.
It would be just for revenge.
As I said, it's fanatical devotion.
Now, if it was different, like your analogy with Hitler, that would be taking out a leader that
Holds a movement together.
holds more power, and
Yeah.
and then a replacement might be bad too, like Goebbels or whatever. One of them might be bad too, but there's a chance that something might happen, or that someone else, other dissidents, might get the upper hand in a situation.
Right.
Because there were Germans trying to take out Hitler too.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, as the saying goes, better the devil you know than the devil you don't know.
Oh, maybe.
That's true.
But there it's like, it's pretty damn bad,
Yeah,
that devil
the-
you know.
the
that
devil
it's like,
you know is
I'd
pretty
rather the
bad.
devil I don't know than the devil I know.
Yeah, I said the point being that you don't know what's going to come. You know what's
Yeah.
going to do. Take it up. You know.
But in this case, you don't even have that. Mollari's not high up enough to really make a difference in what's happening.
The Czech resistance, if I remember right, I think was it took out Hayden because there was a movie about it in the 70s, 80s about the Heinrich assassination.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. I know that there was a movie about the attempt on Hitler, and there's probably more than one.
Yeah, there's been two or three, I
But
think.
I
Those
didn't see them. I didn't see them. No. But I was aware of that. I didn't Tom Cruise play in one that we mentioned earlier. I think
Tom Cruise played in one.
Yeah, I
Yep.
don't know which.
I think there was another one with Madeline Stowe was the assassin's wife.
Mm-hmm. Now, this is maybe a bit of a sidetrack here, but while I got you, Colin, we might as well ask it. Is it true that, what's his name, Rommel, was never a member of the party, and he was out of favor with the regime?
I don't believe that was the case. I think he
Okay.
probably. I don't think he was ever out of favour as such. I'm genuinely not sure whether or not he was a committed, whether he actually followed the party's beliefs, because we probably can't say that word.
Mm-hmm.
But I think
Well,
in order to what he would have done, he would have had to have been.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, it's something I'll look up later, but I heard something
Yeah.
else, and I guess Gemini will tell me where that's an urban legend.
Well, yeah.
Well,
I mean,
anyway.
there's any number of things about these.
Yeah. Well, here we are back in our Monk data center. I'm looking at their they're seated at these almost like cubicles without the cube. These desks end to end, and the little lamps that they have there, those look cool. It's almost like that was interesting that they came up with that there. Wow. But in here with all the screens and stuff, it looks like they found the guy. They found this guy that's been at all these bombings, just standing there watching from a distance. And Garibaldi's like, all right, they were able to kind of trace down who the guy is. Now, the thing that's amazing here is Garibaldi never even says, well, thank you very much. He just like gets the info and tells his guy to get on it. And there we go. Look, we got his data. Anything interesting in here? I can't read it. In case there's any Easter eggs, I'm not able to see them. It looks like it says at the bottom there, Mind Suwa computer. Never mind. I'm not able to get it. But
Find supercomputer match or something, I think.
Well, there we go. They already have almost like a mugshot. Guy must have been in trouble before. So they got that. Oh, we're back here. Oh, and Liza likes this moment too.
Not many fishes
Yes.
left in the sea. Not many fishes. Just Londo and me.
Oh, creepy.
He continues a bit.
He does.
I just played a short clip of it, and it ends on Londo's face like that.
I don't know if that's going to work. I've put a link in the private checks. I'm not in the film I was thinking was Operation Daybreak, which was the 1975 movie about the assassination of Hyder.
Well, you know, I'm not able to see it well, but we do have Goodwin in there, like probably feeding us all sorts of good information, and he might be answering questions about Rommel and attempts on,
He
the
certainly
H-man.
is.
Gavin kindly put the link to the YouTube. In fact, I put in the IMD link rather than I don't know if it's on YouTube or not.
But no one's telling me.
I warned you.
Hold on, let me see. Because the only way I can do that is to be in chat. I mean, I can do it if I'm in the chat, but if I'm in the chat, that means I've got YouTube running at the same time. It tends to.
Oh yeah, that might not be
Make
good
up
on your
my,
computer. So what did?
Yeah.
So you guys are all figured out all the mysteries of World War II by now? Well, anyway, we shall move on. But folks, that's why you need to watch the screen sometimes. Because we got an intelligent chat. And nobody tells me what they're saying. According to his personnel file, oh, I think this is where they do the Proxima 3 connection. Something like that. Yeah, no. We're on the personnel file, and he and Sheridan are on the case. We know, well, they know where his quarters is, so they're about to head there. And then they realize, this guy knows we're coming, because he turned on the red light. It's the red light district, folks. They even have one on Babylon 5. And the guy has a little welcome explosion for them. The lighting change kind of tipped them off, though.
Yeah.
Listen up out there. We got to talk things over. And Now that is the cool looking thing.
Yeah.
They had some serious vapes back then. Uh-huh. Anything happens to me, the bomb's going off because he's got a dead man switch, which means he's got to hold that. He's got to hold that to keep the bomb from going off. But then he leaves a clue because this place will go up like the sun or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Which is a bit of a clue because then later Garibaldi figures out where the bomb might be. We both know you can't get out of here, so let's talk. Well, the guy's like, no talking. But then he basically asks the captain to come in to talk. Well, or maybe not. Maybe he wasn't going to talk. There was going to be no talking. You come in here, and we'll just use hand signs or something like that. And so, yeah, Sheridan sees he's got a situation here. But I guess the idea is that Sheridan knows he better go in and do what this guy says. He's going to leave the link, although he's going to try and take it with him. First, he's going to put it in his pocket, and the guy's like, Garibaldi's like, no, he'll find that. And so Sheridan's like, well, where do I put it? And then Garibaldi gives him a look, and Sheridan reaches down deep. And so
yeah.
He's like, if we turn the volume up, we'll be able to hear what you had for dinner. So he's going to hide the link on him and head in there and play for time. The guy's saying 20 seconds, but if he gets in there, maybe he could play for time, get this guy to talk a while so that they could find the bomb. And Garibaldi has to radio in, silence, no one pages Sheridan. And Sheridan comes on in, and we get, everybody's got to put like stuff on the wall. Whenever you've got mental problems, you put stuff on the wall. Things with writing. It could be photos, it could be newspapers, it could be all sorts of stuff, but written stuff on the wall is important.
Yep.
So he comes out and has Sheridan open his shirt and everything. Just, I mean, it wasn't you can't do anything without a real pat down, but the guy is,
But in order to pat him down, he's got to put down the things. We can't really do it.
So he's like, all right, just doing his best to make sure Sheridan's unarmed and not going to be a problem. But he's carrying that gun like a nervous, crazy guy would. And we'll see some interesting gun positions later. But Garibaldi's able to hear what's going on there. And, there's a bomb, and we're going to blow this place up like the sun or something. Mm-hmm. The guy's acting was pretty... I think it worked. Some might say maybe a little too much, but I think it worked. I don't know. What do you think?
Why not?
Yeah, he definitely, he's a psychopath really well.
Well, that's something I could play whenever people are questioning things that I decide to do. I could just go,
Why not?
Ugh, he's unhinged.
yeah.
This guy he really does a great job at playing someone who is mentally disturbed.
Patrick Kilpatrick.
Oh, my goodness. Gotta give the guys that credit.
Yeah. And then he does the gangsta move. That was popular in the 90s, and 90s movies was holding a gun kind of crooked like that. And basically,
Yes.
we do get the idea. I mean, he does explain that he lost his job and lost his wife, lost everything. And I don't know why. It just happened. And I guess he's all upset. And he wants to take it out on everybody else. But I guess he felt like the world was laughing at him. But you can't blame everybody in the world just for some other people in the world. It's not like everybody's acting as a hive mind program of the world. And all sorts of gun safety etiquette not being practiced here. And then he even fires like a warning shot just to try and scare Sheridan. Garibaldi hears that and he's like, oh, hurry up, guys. But Sheridan kind of keeps his cool as best as he could. And he says, like, yeah, it's not their fault, these people that whose lives you're endangering. And the guy's like, I don't care. It's like they need to feel fear. Have you ever felt fear before? And he fired the gun and everything. Yeah, and okay. Oh, actually, now is when he explains his life story, but well, it's not the whole life story, but it's bad. Really up and in your face. Could you imagine acting like Bruce Boxleitner acting opposite him? Now, Boxleitner's a good actor and everything, but it must be just like, it still must tweak you a bit having this guy right next to you like that.
Okay, he's got something like 160. I'm just looking down. He's still active this year, including 4 upcoming products as an actor. So,
really,
Patrick Kilpatrick is still going.
Yeah. Wow.
He's got it looks like he's been working pretty regularly, 2 or 3 films a year.
Films?
2 or 3, well, films, TV shows, 2 or 3 films a year.
Wow. That's pretty cool. Anything we might want to highlight there?
Well, of the ones that I recognize, he was in the original. He was in the Equalizer with Ewa Woo Woo. There was 1 episode of that. The Quick and the Dead, which, if I remember right, was a movie with a western with what's her name? No, it wasn't the one I was thinking of. It was in Cagney and Lacey, Matlock, lots of ones here. Tour of Duty, Jake and the Fat Man, Father Dowling, which is on my side of the pond.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
Time Tracks, Walker, Texas Ranger was in an episode of. Lois and Clark, the miniseries of The Stand.
Lois and Clark was around this time too.
Yeah, 1994. Well, all this before I get to Babylon 5, I think. So, Angel, One West Waikiki, which I vaguely remember. On the Siege 2, Babylon 5, obviously. Nowhere Man. Lost myself. He was in 8 episodes of Dr. Quinn.
Okay, I guess we don't need to do more.
No, what I was going to say was I'm literally going through these ones, and literally these are just the ones that I recognise and have watched.
Yeah.
You know, he's obviously a very well-established character actor.
Well, what has he got this year, if it shows it?
Oh,
I recognize. I might not recognize it at all, but anyway, here's the exterior stuff. Look at this. They're out there exploring because the clue is blow up like the sun. Well, what about the fusion reactor? There you go. He said a little too much. So They're out there looking around the fusion reactor for anything, and they do find a little something, but Sheridan has to keep this guy going. Play for time. Yes, explain your problems more to me. I'll counsel you a little bit, but he's like, why, threaten these people's lives? If you dismantle the bomb or, like deactivate it, I'll get you that ship out of here. But as he says, there's nowhere to run. You'll be hunted down. But in any case, still. But it's an intense scene. It is well acted in all angles. Now, the thing is, they do find something out there, and they're like, oh my goodness, that'll blow up the whole station. So let's get this out of here. I have to do a cough here, so hold on. I gotta.
It's okay.
There we go. Yeah, I have to announce it because there's nothing to hide behind.
And Gary Ball there is saying that he's hoping he won't find it, so he's hoping it won't be anything like what do they call it, tremors or anything, so should we just get it out?
Yeah, he thinks this guy isn't much of a much of a professional, so there shouldn't be like some sort of vibration detection or anything like that. So it's like, just get it out of there, because that's the thing. Their solution is not to play around with wires, but to move it, get it away from the station. So that's what they're going to do. So and they work on that, and the exterior footage, it was brief in seasons 1 and 2. It's still brief here, but it's like definitely more. So you could see they're feeling, better and stronger with the CGI.
Yeah, definitely getting into it.
And this guy's like, really starting to bug Sheridan. And his glasses got knocked off.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah. And then, I forget what it was. I think it was, I forget how he got his glasses knocked off, but, the station kind of rumbled a little bit. He's like, what are you guys doing? And Sheridan's not saying anything. Guy's getting a little bit more crazy, yelling and stuff. And I do have a clip coming up. There's another, clip from this scene that, it looks like I missed it, so I might as well just play it now. But basically, just previously.
And what good is an artist without an audience?
He's an audience. No, he's an artist. And what good is an artist without an audience? That's why he needs to involve all these other people. So, I don't know. I think his logic has failed. His morality has failed there a little bit.
The kind of artist who's going to destroy his audience alongside himself.
Yeah.
Bit of a one-hit wonder, you might say.
Yeah, well, the thing is, Sheridan's thing went off, and because he's like telling Sheridan to sit down, pushes him down, Sheridan sits down, and the link goes, and it's like, uh-oh. Yeah. And then the guy's like getting all pissed off, and we got to go through a window. Gavin, there is someone goes through a window in this episode. I know Gavin keeps track of that. But outside, they fortunately found it, and they're getting it away from the station. And Sheridan's struggling with him, trying to keep his hand on the dead man's switch for as long as he can. But no, the guy overpowers him, smacks him down, and then he's like, screw it all. He's gonna end everything, himself, the station, his audience, everybody. But they moved it far enough away from the station, at least far enough away from the fusion reactor. It didn't get the benefit of blowing that up, which would have taken out the station. But by getting it
And
far
again,
away from the station,
really good
we're
acting
okay.
from Patrick here. The face and the expressions, again, is really good acting.
Oh yeah, they sprayed some wet on him, where he somehow made himself sweat. But yeah, he goes from unhinged to never has a hinge been put on your door in all of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just, and then of course when he sees nothing's blown up, he's still there, and he's like, what did you do? And it's like, of course they dismantled it. And then Sheridan's able to twat him one. There we go. We only have a few more because there's 2 more seeds to this lovely episode. I mean, that climactic part was excellent. The A plot tended to be, we're sci-fi people. We like some other things and stuff, but it was all right. It was just like a crime investigation. But the last scene, especially with the acting, was good. And now I think they got to have a real Bill Mooney here.
Yeah,
because he's about to wake up, folks. Spoilers. Delenn comes in. Franklin's talking to her. It's like, oh, they caught him. Good. I'm glad it wasn't a Centauri, because that's the last thing we would have needed with what's been going on. And
yeah.
So Delenn's like looking at Lennier. How's he doing? Is like, hey, I don't know. No change. You want to hear a joke? And Franklin starts telling the joke, and Lennier finishes it, and Delenn gets all excited. Yay!
I mean, she comes across, it strikes me in this one as very childish. Isn't quite the word I want, but she's certainly very, very innocent, perhaps childlike, innocent in her happiness that he's back. And it was a little early on concern. There's certainly something
innocent in her happiness that he's back.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good way to put it. Yeah, there's something about that is.
Is it maybe more personal, like rather than professional? Are you saying?
Yeah, I think so. And there's just something about it, like the small way she's almost can't believe that he's back. She's clapping her hand, holding her hands together, and
I think it's the way she portrayed that scene, the way Mira Furlan portrayed it. She seemed less like the controlled and composed Delenn.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
yeah, I see what you mean. I think it's just the way the actress portrayed
got through her armor. It got exactly what I'm saying. It got through her armor. It's perhaps I think this is the way I put it.
Yeah. And so anyway, he finishes the joke and just, but she asks, how are you doing? As though a great many heavy things fell upon me. And I guess that did happen. The explosion probably knocked a few heavy things over. It looked more like just getting blown away.
I like that though. I should have stayed in a coma.
Yeah.
Poor Lennier.
Yeah, because he feels bad that, he did the right thing, of course, but because he's so concerned for life and finds it sacred, he feels like, by saving the life of someone who does not feel the same way, it's a more empty feeling, and he's like, I might have, sacrificed the future for the present.
Yeah. I must admit, I'm afraid I agree with what he's saying, but that comes across at the same time. That particular bit, I don't know if cynic, if hypocritical is the right word, but if you're not doing, if you're not saving someone's life who believes the same thing, but does the fact that that person doesn't believe all life is sacred mean their life is any less sacred to you?
Yeah, it is like it seems like he's not 100% altruistic, but more like 90%.
Yeah. Can you do me a favor? Could you go back again? Well, I lost my. I'm doing this. Someone else. I lost my track. Can you just another one, please? This is one more, please. I'm just one.
No problem.
Okay, one more.
I could even do one more.
No, it was somewhat that Lennier was saying there, and I completely lost my track on what it was. I derailed myself. Now, how's that?
Gavin. So I don't know what you were looking for.
No, there was something in there that Lennier said that made me think someone else, and then someone else came back in as well.
I think I got all the lines here. I don't know. I may have missed one.
Actually, no. Can you go back before Delenn? Sorry, this is
Before Delenn.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just tell me when to stop.
No, I forgot. I've forgotten what it was. If it comes back to it, come back to it. Sorry, guys. It's just some of them.
Well, this is where she just realizes he's.
He said, and then another couple of episodes ago. It might come back to me, and it might not.
Okay, well, yeah. The way he said it was that, I did what I did because it was. I feel all life is sacred, but when the object of your actions does not feel the same, I fear that I may have. I think it was something like sacrifice the future for the present, or I may have. Yeah. Or at least it's meaning that. But as soon as that happens, it gets juxtaposed back here where both are in the elevator.
Which is an interesting bit, though, because Delenn said a little while ago she spoke to Ambassador Mollari, but Mollari and Jakar have been trapped in here for 2.5 hours now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what she was talking about is probably when they first talked.
Yeah, well, yeah, but obviously before this one, I'm thinking, because when I first saw that, I thought, wait a minute. When I first said that when I was watching this film, I remember thinking, hold on, isn't he? Oh, is he already out? Have they already rescued him? And then they went back to rescue him. So I thought, okay.
No, they didn't. So yeah, that was before here.
Yeah.
She had talked to him, and but in any case, these guys are cooking, but a light comes in, a shaft of light. There's some other ones down here. And, Mollari's like, well, it looks like I am going to live. And Jakar is like, and then it's like, I don't know. There's some cool lines here. Liza, are you able to read them?
Yep. Well, he's basically calling Jakar a bastard.
Yes.
Jakar's calling him a monster. Fanatic. Murderer.
Oh, there we go. Londo called him a fanatic, so I guess
that's laughable. Murder, which is true.
Well, I mean, Colin also called him a fanatic. But...
You are insane. And then Jakar says, and that's why we'll win.
Great closing line there, but here we go. There's one more here.
Says, go be the ambassador to Babylon 5, they say. It will be an easy assignment. And Londo says, "I hate my life."
Yeah, that's Londo saying all those lines. Go be the ambassador of Babylon 5, they say. It'll be an easy assignment. And then Londo's like, I hate my life. And Jakar says, so do I. And then it all ends on, shut up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, great.
That's great byplay between them.
Yep.
Yeah,
great
it's-
moment.
Even that exhausted, almost dead, then they suddenly still find the energy to shout at each other and argue with each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Like an old married couple.
Well,
Not that comic is going to come back at all later.
oh
on.
no,
It is.
it won't come back at all. No, but it's amazing how these people start. I've never seen a show turn two hardcore enemies just naturally
Yeah.
become confidants. It's and you couldn't even call them friends towards the end.
Yeah.
But it's like, but they kind of had a predisposition to being friends at the very beginning. They kind of hinted at that. If you remember the Adira episode,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
yeah,
They joked with each other because then,
No.
yeah, they joked with each other, but yeah.
well, it wasn't a joke. It was, I guess, was it Mollari? It was not Sheridan. The Sinclair. Walks in with Jakar, and Londo invites them both to sit down.
Yeah.
And he goes, and Londo and Jakar both agree that women are the finest things, you know, in life. And so, and Jakar's like, I'll drink to that, Mollari. And then the Narn, his Narn assistant shows up.
Yeah.
But it's like they had, like, if there was no troubles between their planets ever, if those two dudes got together, they would have a good time together. They had predisposition to being, you know, good friends. But of course, there's the history of their people, and but they finally do become friends at the end. I've never seen someone make this work in any type of show.
Yeah,
The writing is incredible.
It's known for its long story arcs, but it's
Yes.
not just story arcs, it's character arcs.
Yep. And these two actors, and it also matters these actors were able to pull it off. I don't think this could have happened with other people.
Yes.
No, some shows, it's like the magic is just that moment. The actors, the era, the everything. You know, just like they were saying on Mr. Brown tonight with Miami Vice. It's like, why are you bringing that back again? You could have a cop show. It could even be set in Miami. But why do you have to use that name?
There are plenty of cop shows set in Miami already.
Yeah, it's like, why do you have to say Miami Vice when that whole show was the period, the actors, and just what happened then. It has nothing to do with it now. I mean,
exactly.
Let it go.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Well, we're going to call it an evening.
Who
But
is it?
Colin
was that,
has
Colin?
something to say. I think Colin was going to say
Who is
something.
it? Who is it you thought was doing Born to the Purple last week? They're not. They're doing it tomorrow. Wasn't Jacob? Was it?
Oh, who was going live?
Yeah. You were going to boost send us out.
I was going to raid. Yeah.
And when
That
we
was
looked-
Jacob Ironside.
It was Jacob.
Did he
was it?
visit?
Oh, right, okay.
Did he visit us tonight?
No. I'm just thinking. You just saying you mentioned him Born to the Purple. And under this, I'm thinking, there was someone who's going to be doing that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was Jacob
I
Ironside, but
I think that. Yeah.
but I think you looked at the date, and it's
Yeah, I
may-
think it's tomorrow. Or tonight,
Tomorrow.
actually, my time.
I thought it was a Tuesday.
Actually, yes, sorry, it's Tuesday. Yes, it's not. It's 1 o'clock. Yeah, it's 1 o'clock Wednesday morning,
Okay,
my
you're
time.
closer to it than we are, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's,
All right,
it's
so
Tuesday.
yeah.
It's Tuesday. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to look to see if there's anyone live right now to redirect to. And I'm seeing here Tales from the
Definitely try and remember that one.
Dork side. Stupenzo. Yeah, I know of Stupenzo. I guess we could raid him. There's also the Man Cave. I don't know them, but I think I've heard of them. Right now, here's Jacob Ironside again with his big red circle in the title that makes you think it's actually live.
Yeah.
And it isn't. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, that's Tuesday night for anyone want to check it out. Jacob Ironside on YouTube. Just search for Jacob Ironside. You'll find him. But tonight, I think we're going to raid Stupenzo. I've streamed with him as guests on B-Sides before, so there we go. I set that up. Okay, folks, we're calling it a night. Thank you for joining us. We have tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern U.S. time, the Silmarillion. We're doing more elf stuff. Basically, the elves and their summoning to Valinor. And those elves that are going, we're basically going through that, starting with Thingol and Melian and their love affair, which kind of does one of the breaks there, because Thingol and his elves that become the Sindar don't go to Valinor. And then we'll talk about some of the rest that do and what happens to them and their 3 divisions. And whew, it's heavy stuff.
Hopefully slightly less confusing diagram somewhere. Although those ones you had last time were actually quite.
Oh, then there's a lineage, and we find out, where Galadriel fits into the whole thing. Oh, man. But yeah, that's what it is. It's a reader's guide, so to speak, because with Anna, we can ask questions and we can put it all together and help remember names and stuff by doing it together. Yes, call it.
Are elves in Tolkien, the latter generation, I presume, are they actually born through the way most people are born? Or are they created are they created some other way?
When they came about on Arda, that's just described as them waking up and they just existed, and the Valar later came across them, and they were prophesied to come about. There's no literal description of how they came about. And then as far as how they reproduce, Tolkien doesn't get into that, so I assume they do it.
Oh no, that's what it is. Okay.
No, the missionary position, I think.
Well, they did have. I mean, the elves after the original elves awakened, they did have. I mean, they did have parents. You know, the original elves did have children the traditional way. I think he makes that pretty clear. Yeah, and
which is, I remember many years ago, I used to read the old 96 and 70s, the Wonder Woman comics, and I was remember one bit where the Amazons are actually literally made from clay. Then you got one bit Hippolyta literally molds clay, and then whichever their god is breathes life into it, and it becomes Diana. So I was just wondering if it was something like that for the elves, or if it was
there was no description about them other than they woke up on Arda, and
that's why I know there was something like that. That's why I was wondering if they reproduced in a more conventional manner. That's why I was wondering.
We assume so.
Thanks. Yeah, well,
thanks. Yeah, no, it's more than implied. They had children, but they didn't have many children. And
they had children, but it's not
And-
so implied in the effect that
And
Tolkien
it's
describes
not-
any aspect of it.
Not
Yeah.
typical for them to have children in their early years. Like, not until they reach 500 do they, like, think about
Oh,
children.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. I was
They
saying,
could be sowing their wild oats until
Well,
then.
yeah. They could be going and bonking.
No,
Oh, sorry.
this is Tolkien. He doesn't really go into the bulking.
The elves were like, I don't know, like, for example, like the Galadriel and her husband were really close, and you know, there was none of this, you know, cheating and stuff
What,
happening.
I mean, she didn't sleep. She didn't want to sleep with Sauron in the original Lord of the Rings.
No, that is not Galadriel at all in the Rings of Power. No, no.
Because I was going to say because I know that obviously they're not entirely exclusive. Because if I remember right, there was unless I'm confusing Tolkien with Dragonlance, which is possible.
No. Well,
No,
Elrond is half elven.
I think, oh right, but no, because there was. I remember obviously the some rubbish in the. I've tried not to go there in the Hobbit trilogy between non-existent elf character and dwarf character, right? But there's also something between dwarf.
Yeah.
Oh, the dwarf.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you said
was,
dwarf.
yeah.
In Lord of the Rings,
Yeah,
of course,
that didn't happen.
there's the thing between what's her name? Dark-haired female elf and the Aragorn.
Dark-haired female elf in Aragorn in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
that would be Arwen.
Arwen. Yeah, sorry, Arwen. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Arwen and Arwen. Why do the names have to be so close together? Yeah. No.
Yeah, Eowyn and Arwen. Yep. Mm-hmm.
But Arwen and again, there's implied romance at least between human and elf. So.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, though, and it happened in the Silmarillion itself with Elrond's line, and then another line that came together with Aragorn and Eowyn. But in as far as there being a case where an elf has a different partner later in life, the only time that I hear that in Tolkien is in the with Feanor's parents. What was it? Feanor's father remarried after his mother kinda sorta died after having Feanor. Is that the Feanor supposedly sucked up all of her life force, and she couldn't bring herself to get up off of a field of daisies or something, so she stayed there in the field, and so she was not dead, but she was kind of dead, or I don't know. She didn't go to Mandos. She was kind of like in this limbo. So the father remarried, and that's part of the reason Feanor is such a angry guy.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go through that again and coming up soon.
But that's the only case in Tolkien where that I know of where an elf has more than one life partner. They're very super loyal. Yeah.
Yeah, even though they lived such a long time.
Yeah. Well, imagine the only other stable thing if you live on Middle Earth is your partner who lives as long as you. So you would be, I mean, you'd have a predisposition to be ultra loyal, wouldn't you? If everything around you is constantly changing, the only steady thing in your life is your partner, then you would be super loyal. Yeah, and Colin, I don't know. I'm happy you went there. Tolkien's fun.
All right, that's cool.
Yes.
That's cool. Oh, is Gavin accusing Colin of derailing?
He's Yeah.
He's like, how do elves reproduce?
It kind of been derailing because you were talking about the Silmarillion.
Yeah, well, I was announcing the next episode tomorrow. Gavin is looking forward to it. He was upset that we couldn't do it last week. Not in a mean way, but...
he warned you.
There. Yeah, and then Wednesday, I think we're going to try to finish, instead of taking 3 or 4, I think we're going to just try to do the end of King Arthur. Well, shall we say the remaining
King
3
Arthur.
quarters of King Arthur 2004. We're going to
King
try to do
Arthur.
it 1 week, so I'm really going to summarize because I don't know, Colin and Liza were on my case a little bit.
Well, no, I mean, all I would say is I found a lot of things to dislike about the movie as an Arthurian movie.
Okay.
But it's a 2.5 hour movie, and there's a lot in there to cover. So
we're going to try our best. If it ends up
I'm
being, this will be part 2 of 3, fine. But I guess it's not going to be 4. We're trying to. We're going to expedite it a bit. I'm not going to be as labor intensive, shall we be?
Yeah, try not to. Try not to.
Maybe 1 or 2 slides per scene, unless there's something really interesting going on.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I don't think we have a Friday this week. I need to catch up on stuff. And then Sunday, we have Praxium of the Pathfinders, Chapter 13.
Yes, that's going to be... Oh, we got to do some listening.
Yes,
got to do some
that's
listening
true.
today.
Yep. I already did a listen, but I want to do it again because I want to make sure I know exactly everything going on.
Yes.
All right, so I'm calling it a night, folks. You all take care, and we'll see you next time. And try to not let Gavin be lonely in the comment section afterwards, folks. If someone's still out there, please do drop a comment and at least say hello to Gavin.
No,
Okay?
you could warn Gavin.
Yeah, you can warn him.
You can warn him. Because, every once in a while, people need to be warned.
All right. Well, that's basically it, folks.
I'm now trying to make an extremely contrived joke on Gavin Warner, on Gavin and Dixon of Dock Green, because the actor that played Dixon of Dock Green was Jack Warner. So can I make a Jim Warner joke about Dixon of Dock Green? Well, it's a bit too late now. I've just tried it.
Okay, hopefully Gavin got that.
It was a very famous British police show back in the 50s, 60s.
Yes, I remember Tom Ballard mentioned it in Waiting for God.
Yeah. It was a very old cozy, what these days I suppose we'd probably call cozy police. Back when you could trust the police and things like this.
Wasn't there an Arthurian episode in Waiting for God?
Lord. No, not at all.
Or was that Keeping Up Appearances?
Well, they had an episode where they went out to a fancy dress party, but that was ancient Brit. I think that was like Boudica or something she dressed up as.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. It wasn't... Yeah.
No, that does not qualify.
Oh.
Well, I guess 1 week we can do a Keeping Up Appearances.
Well, it's about 300 years too early to be 400 years too early for Arthur, but
all right then, folks, we're calling it a night.
And finally, here are some completely gratuitous pictures of penises to annoy the censors and to hopefully spark some sort of controversy, which it seems the only way these days to get the jaded, video-sated public off their fucking asses and back in the sodding cinema.